Hey, how's it going, guys? It is Fox98 here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of my F1 2021 Roads to Mercedes. We are here for the Austrian Grand Prix. If you've enjoyed today's video, feel free to drop it a like, as it really does help out the YouTube algorithm and help spread the channel to other places that have not actually ever seen the channel before. And be sure to subscribe if you're new around here as well, again, to help the channel grow. We're here for episode number 28 now of this series, and I'm very much looking forward to it. We're here for the Austrian Grand Prix, and a very minor change heading into this episode. I have increased the AI difficulty by 2. So I have been racing on 102 AI for pretty much the whole of since F1 2021 came out, because yeah, this game has definitely slowed me down and made me a lot worse, if that makes any sense. But I've upped it to 104 to see if that's good enough, if it's too hard or whatever, and we'll just see how it goes from there. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing else to say. We're level in terms of the R&D with Mercedes, literally. Ferrari have taken a massive leap forward with their upgrades. They're now clearly the third fastest team on the grid. But as you can see, the reason that I've upped it to 104 is because I have scored a podium in all but one race, which was at the Spanish Grand Prix. I know we have the equal fastest car, which is a reason for that. But at the start of the season, we didn't have the equal fastest car. We had the fourth fastest car. So, you know, there's a little bit of that in there. But like I said, if it's too hard, I'm just going to lower the difficulty, because at the end of the day, I want to simply have fun. I don't want to be sweating my balls off and having too much stupid challenges. I just want to enjoy myself. So with that being said and done, I'm going to see you guys for qualifying, because I've actually done all the practice stuff off camera. So I'll see you for that. Right, that's an awkward start to proceedings. I'll certainly warm the tyres up, though. That was bad. Wait, what's happened? My engine's in what? Right, that's a big problem. Basically, my engine, I swapped engines for practice. They didn't swap, and they've swapped for quali. Right, this is a big problem. I don't think I can't change the engine. Okay, this is bad. Okay, so that's Q1 done and dusted. Funnily enough, Ferraris are at the front. We are down in 14th place, but we made it through by 4/100ths of a second. So clearly, absolutely no need to panic whatsoever. We had plenty of margin in hand. And there we go then, across the line at the end of qualifying there. Oh, it's Q2 actually, it's not end of quali. Anyway, P6, that's not too bad, that'll get us through. And indeed it does. So we improved by, what was that, half a second? Just over half a second. So yeah, we did need that lap, otherwise we would have been knocked out. Perez, the big shock to get knocked out there in Q2. Apart from that, we're not looking that particularly quick though. I've not been within 2/10 of these guys, so yeah, wet weather pace isn't brilliant, although I'm quickest constantly in Sector 1, so I've got a dry setup on, so I'm going for all that race pace. Also, I am using this heavily worn engine, because if I don't, then I have to take a penalty, and I can't afford to take a penalty, so yeah. I've lost time on the final corner. I found time as well. I found 3/10, and I lost it all in the last corner. I'll have to find out. I'm going to start P4 then for the race. I'm going to find out how much that would have lost me. I lost, what, 2 and a bit tenths? Shocker, the time I lost in the last 2 corners would have been enough to get me pole position. And it didn't happen, bollocks.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Thomas, Carlos Sainz and Verstappen, Norris, Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll, Perez, Gasly, Esteban Ocon and Tsunoda, Latifi, Mick Schumacher, George Russell and Antonio Giovinazzi, Lundgaard and Nikita Mazepin. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
Right, so we're here then for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix. I'm going to do medium to soft. I think it's going to be a better strategy for us. And with that being said, then we're just going to get this race well underway. Here we go. 5 lights coming on now. That is a brilliant launch.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the ICE. Be aware that we will start to see a loss of power.
Yeah, right, Jeff, I know about my IC being worn. Right, that's a fantastic launch. Next up now, we're on to Charles Leclerc. I might just send it into the hairpin, to be honest. I shouldn't. I won't, that's too far back. Bottas has got a great run in here. Yellow flag. That's really screwed me over, that has. I'm losing. I've got a lack of power here. I mean, I know because my IC is heavily worn, but not a lot I can do about it. I'm just going to have to try and stick with Leclerc in the opening phases and stick in DRS. Here comes Bottas again. Towards turn one, I've forced him wide. Alright, that's kind of helped me in a way because they're going to fight now. But I need to get onto the back of Leclerc, so I've got to concentrate now. Hope they battle, stay out of DRS, and take the fight to the rejuvenated Ferrari. That's a shocking final two corners. I'm just going to let Lewis through. I don't even need to fight him, to be honest. I just don't have the pace. I don't know whether that's engine related or what. I just don't have pace. I don't want to pass Lewis here. There's no need to do so. I'm just going to... Oh, don't defend. I'm going to have to do something here because Bottas is now on me. Now I use DRS here to try and close back in. Hopefully, I have to stick with Lewis. I can hope that I can. And then, hopefully the two of us can close on Leclerc then. It's my only way forwards. This tactic of following Lewis to close in on Leclerc is not working. Leclerc's still pulling away. Shit, then he went to the back of him. Bottas will have a run here, so I'm going to have to use some ERS to close up onto Lewis. This isn't working. We're actually losing time to Charles. So I need to come up with something. And I don't know what. Because Ferrari right now have got rapid pace.
Green flag.
Oh, yellow. Ooh. What's happened there? That's Bottas. Has he had a spin? I wished it was for Leclerc now. Let's have a look here. Has he gone for a spinny spin? Round turn 6. And I'm about to see that car dart forwards and... Whoa! He has gone for a spin. That's a big spin as well, actually. He's lost it on the curb. Yeah, he's lost it. He's actually got a snap of oversteer on the exit, and then he's tried to turn in to correct it. And didn't. Right, Leclerc and Hamilton are staying out for another lap. I'm actually going to pit and see if I can try and get an undercut. I'm hoping that I can rejoin in front of an Alfa Romeo that's coming to this yellow flag. Don't bring out the safety car now.
Exit now.
Oh
You'll be
my
racing
God, there's
with
a
your
yellow that just... No, there is still a yellow. It's one of the Haas cars has got an issue. Okay, it's not brought out any safety cars, which is good. We are going to rejoin in front of the queue that I was on about as well. So no traffic on this lap. This lap is critical if I'm going to have any chance. Oh, DRS, let's go. Give me some performance. Now there's the yellow flag, and it's Stroll. Oh, you're kidding me. That's the second race in a row now Stroll's had an issue. What's happened to Stroll? Where is he? He just pitted, didn't he? Here he is. He's going up towards Latifi into turn 1. And he's gone through and he's whacked him and he's spun around on the pit exit. Oh my God. Honestly. If I was doing my team, I'd sack him straight away. He's costing our team heavily in this championship battle by being a pillar. Come on, let's see how close we can get to everyone. Leclerc's coming out the pits now. I mean, I've done Lewis, but I'm not any closer to Leclerc. Lewis is right behind me as well. This just hasn't helped, does it? Look at the straight line speed deficit that I've got. Jesus Christ. Got no straight line speed here. I might as well just let him go. This engine, I wonder if this engine is costing me this race right now. That's it. I've lost DRS now from Lewis. They're just too fast. I've just got no pace.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Jeff, I'm currently averaging about 1.8 seconds a lap slower than Lewis right now. I'm really not catching him. In fact, Max is catching me. Max is going to have me here. I'm going to be careful with my ERS. Trying to stop everyone from having ERS up in caught onto a side pod. DRS, sorry. Does he get it? No. Good, at least I don't get it either. I wasn't trying to do a Rosberg on him then. I was literally just trying to force him close to the outside there. Anyway, right, coming towards the last corner. It's victory for Charles Leclerc here at Austria. For me, it's going to be a podium, which is good. But we just lacked a lot of pace here. And it is a podium nonetheless. Right, so here are the full race results then. So Leclerc wins the Austrian Grand Prix ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and we finish in P3, just pipping Max Verstappen to that position. Gasly finishes ahead of Tsunoda with Alonso in 7th, Ricciardo in 8th, Stroll finishing in 9th. Honestly, he should have finished, where is he? He should have actually finished in 4th place, because maybe even actually got to the back of me and Verstappen had he not been an idiot and spun and made a silly move in that occurrence there. Looking at the Drivers' Championship then, the gap is now 45 points between myself and Lewis Hamilton, with another tough race coming up for me, which is the British Grand Prix, because the AIs are just rapid at Silverstone. And then Leclerc moves to 4th in the Championship, just 3 points now behind Valtteri Bottas, and Verstappen is in 5th ahead of Norris, Ricciardo, Alonso, Gasly, Tsunoda. Stroll continues to drop places, and it's just not good enough. We look at the Constructors' Championship now. The gap between ourselves and Mercedes goes up by 2 points, so now it's 7 points between the two of us. But of course, we're going to still fight them very hard and all the way to that last Grand Prix that we are with Aston Martin for. Let's get into the laptop now, and let's start working on some upgrades to close the gap. Right, back to the laptop then. Let's see what we can do. So, aerodynamics, I still cannot make a single upgrade on the aero. Chassis, the only places I can make upgrades is for the tyres, so that's all I can do there. The powertrain, I've got one coming for the rotors for the ERS, and then I can do one for the fuel, but the fuel's not really an issue anymore. And then that's obviously coming in. Then durability, I mean, yeah, this is, do you know what, we'll just go to the chassis and we'll do the wheel rims for the Hungarian Grand Prix, we might as well. And then we'll chuck one on for durability, considering we have the points for it. Let's go and quickly have a look and see what component wears the most. So the ICE is on 78, that's on 64, 67, 44 for the energy store, so that's actually in quite good nick. 70 for the turbocharger. Right, so we need the ICE and the turbocharger are two that wear the quickest. So let's have a look and see if we've got any. So this is for the energy store, gearbox, ICE. We've already got two on there, mind. Okay, never mind. We'll leave that alone. Turbo, that. Right, the turbocharger. I don't even have enough to do it. I don't have enough resource points. We'll leave the resource points then, or do we just do one for something else anyway? Nah, we'll leave the resource points alone. We're just stacked on resource points because we can't upgrade anymore. Not enough. Oh no, we get a weekly resource point coming in. Oh, there we go. Right, we'll chuck that on to the turbo now because we can't actually do it. That's absolutely fine then. There we go. So to the turbo, boom. There we are. Oh, it's going to arrive just before the summer break. That's fine. We'll pop it on for then, and we'll move forwards now with our development system. So no upgrades coming on the car for the British Grand Prix, but we have got a whole bunch that are on the way for the Hungarian Grand Prix. But if you have enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new to as well. And I will see you guys for the next episode very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care all. Peace.